Hosting Rose Car puts you in a different light. It puts you in front of comedians. They get to see you in a different light. You connect with the community of comedians. There's a lot more comedians that reach out to you when you do stuff like this, especially in conjunction with Comedy Hype, which is a dope brand, a well-respected brand. So that in itself puts you in another line of sight as far as comedians, and they start being more inquisitive about who you are and what are you doing and what's his origin. How did this relationship come about? Nigerian, I'm gonna tell you one thing about Nigerians. Americans been knowing about Nigerians. They just never knew what they operate. And a lot of Nigerians they own a lot of stuff. They own a lot of things, and they're embracing the culture now. It's not so much as what you've been, the National Geographic spotlight.
Then there was like a negative taboo on Nigeria?
Well, I'll say white America has always tried to push any country in Africa as an underdeveloped country, unless it's South Africa. In South Africa, that's where a lot of white people live, so they try to push it as a city, a booming place for real estate to buy and sell. That's their goal. But other places in Nigeria are very developed, and Nigerians are over here. They're deep. Hell, one of the owner of Shade Room is Nigerian. It's a very well-developed place. Man, they're one of the 4 suppliers of oil to the USA. They're one of the 4 suppliers of oil to the USA. That tells you how much their resources are. If they wanted to centralize a bank, they could back it up with all their resources, because they have the diamond, the gold, the oil. They have all that. So Nigeria, as far as talent, is booming. My experience with living there, I lived in the clinic when I lived in Nigeria. My auntie owned the clinic. I lived there. Oh, wow. So, I would wake up to patients coughing, and I wake up to babies being delivered. I got to go to school the next morning. I hear somebody saying, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it now. You become an adult early in Africa. You become an adult early. I want to let you know that, man. You become an adult early. Like when I was there and I lived in the clinic, I was 10 years old working in the clinic. Literally working in the clinic. I'm supposed to be drawing and coloring books. I'm drawing blood. That's my life, you know what I'm saying? So you mature very fast, and that's what it is. Like, they still cane people. They cane you all the way up until 18. All right, I'm gonna break it down. If you fail your any course in your school, in your high school, if you fail any course in your high school, you will be caned. If you get a D, you will be caned on the hand, be caned on your palm. If you show up late to school, you will be caned. I've been caned once, and that man that caned me, I felt every pain he ever went through in his life. His forearms were big as Popeyes. And I could see it, like when I heard the wind crack then I felt something across my back, and he looked at me to confirm, yeah, I hit you. And I was like, ah. And he just looked, this feels good. I know it feels good. Because they ain't never hit an American. I was the only American in the school. And everybody was looking at me while they was getting caned. That's how interesting it was to see an American in Nigeria. Everybody was pow, pow, getting caned. Look at him. So my experience, I talk about that on stage. I talk about my experience in Nigeria and why you have to grow up fast. Because like I said, I was a child nurse at 10, so ain't just child soldiers, child nurses need love too. I'm here, I've been doing this. Wellington Juku, I'm out. Hey, don't forget to watch that Rose Car.